Today we talk about innovative energy management, innovative in the sense of something new. But if people, before proceed, take a step back and consider, before we try to have something new, are we not satisfied with what we are now having? That we utilized everything we have now? It's for energy management, it's kind of like we have the technology, we have the equipment, we have the new things, but we also need to ask who is going to execute the plan and how to execute the plan. It is a lot more related to human behaviors.
I think the key word here is to be able to have a flexible approach and not to forget the human requirements. If we are able to ensure that the buildings and the various built environment that we manage and maintain are always done with the users in mind, with the occupants in mind. And I think there's tremendous opportunities to achieve innovative energy management. Yes, we have the sensors, yes, we have the technology, we have the best equipment in place, but if we are able to put them all together in an integrated manner, that's going to lead us a long way and help us achieve good energy efficiency and at the same time ensuring that the people in the buildings are happy.
So regarding energy management, I think Singapore is already one of the lowest carbon emitters in the world actually. So being one of the lowest carbon emitters, it means that we are actually quite efficient already with our energy efficiency. So I think in that sense, we are already doing quite well, but of course we can always do better. Yeah. So I think previously the two speakers had mentioned, of course we are looking at the hardware, which is whether you have your sensors in place, whether your equipment is actually really energy efficient. And of course you have the other end of the spectrum where you look at the hardware of the users themselves as well. So it takes two hands to clap, right, for hardware and hardware. So for building to be truly green in that sense, I think these two aspects have to come together so that you can have a overall reduction in our carbon emissions as well as energy efficiency.
I think for every energy management plan, there must have a goal, and there were stakeholders involved in this plan. And the key is whether you make every stakeholder aware of and understand why we need to have the execution of the plan. And that is important because they are held responsible for putting it into a successful process that will turn out into whether it is efficient or not. And in terms of energy management, a lot of these plans are being held in like office building, place where you work most. And whenever there is a plan, there are changes, and people normally resist the change unless they are aware of why they need that and what the change will, what benefit the change will make to them, and what are the consequential advantages that they can contribute. So I would say communication would also be very important, and also getting the sponsorship from the management is also equally important, because it's all the case, sadly saying that it's like if you communicate to a group of people that may not be that effective, but if the senior management's not a top-down instruction, but it's kind of like a note, a message to everyone, that would certainly help.
I think we need to understand that there are several stakeholders involved when it comes to innovative energy management. For that matter, simply the energy management of buildings. We have the designers, we have those equipment manufacturers, we've got the different technology providers, and finally we are talking about people within the buildings, the facilities, the facility managers, who are actually going to make sure it's delivered. So if you look at it, it's just a continuum from the design to installation to delivering, and to make sure that it's actually delivered. It's important that we get all the various parts in place in the right way. It should be done from the beginning. What it translates to is we got to make sure that it's not just the systems and the sensors and equipment that are efficient, but as a whole, the entire process is done and delivered in an integrated manner, which really goes back to say that are we ensuring people in terms of their comfort requirements? Are we ensuring that we minimize waste in terms of the energy usage in buildings? So it's a continuum that we need to ensure that's happening in the facilities. I think it's here the facilities managers or the facilities team play a very important role in ensuring that it is done properly.
I think there's like both speakers have mentioned, there are actually many stakeholders involved in this. So just to give you a brief overview, for example, the government, I think, has recently announced that they are actually taking a step in actually procuring procuring energy efficient products, for example, from labels such as Energy Star. So I think this is a great step in terms of the government taking the lead in areas such as not only energy efficiency but also in waste management, water conservation as well. So in this sense, I think Singapore is actually up there already. It's the management of environmental issues, it's there. It's just that there are also other stakeholders that are involved. For example, organizations, they also have to see the need, and they're actually responsible in playing a part in this sense.